I like to reflect sometimes on the really bad moments throughout my addiction, and then also the really good moments when I have just been working on my recovery and sobriety. So I would say the worst moments in my addiction start with fighting my dad one day. This was probably a year and a half into me using the needle. And there was one day where I decided I was going to go home and fully detox, cold turkey it. But yeah, I ended up finding a clever way to get stuff to be dropped off. And then when my dad found out, he broke down the bathroom door and we had to physically fight for a little while until, of course, he's way stronger than me and I was sick. So yeah, it wasn't hard for him to just be like, stop, calm down, you're not doing this. Took the stuff away and got rid of it. But he didn't like fight me or anything, but I was crazy, all right? Like I was just like, I was ready to do whatever it took to get that high. But yeah, he made sure to keep me away from it while my mom got rid of it. But that was a low point for me. And then I would say a high point in between, like not high, but I mean like a great point. When I was in jail, and I was of course sober in jail because, yeah, I know some people aren't, but I was. Anyway, when I was in jail, I got to do the Think Twice program, which was very cool. It's where you kind of talk to these teenagers, or kids that are really struggling and possibly headed down the same path as you, whether it be drugs or just violence or stealing, whatever they're doing. Yes. The Think Twice program is meant to sit them down and kind of give them a reality check. And some of the inmates would like get really into it, like hype it up and be a little more aggressive than they normally would on a regular day. But it was just part of it. And I would always share my story about how I got into addiction and how I let a man really just break me down. So that was a really high moment for me because I ended up causing a kid to completely break down and cry to his father and admit to his father that he had hit his girlfriend. I knew that God wanted me to talk in front of those people for a reason, to talk in front of those kids. I knew it. Even though I don't like public speech, I get uncomfortable by certain things like that, especially talking about my addiction. And for some reason, God just kept pushing my spirit to do it. And when I did it, yeah, this kid apparently broke down, cried to his dad, and told his dad that he hit his girlfriend and that he felt terrible about it and that he wanted to get it off his chest. And hearing my story made him want to tell about that because I was talking about how my ex-boyfriend was physically abusive, and he caused me to obviously get into such a low point to where I got into addiction too. But yeah, this kid, I hope he's doing well. But I just thought that was such a beautiful moment, and it really confirmed that when God pushes my spirit or tells me, when I feel that instinct to press forward and face my fears and just do it anyway, I love that he will confirm at the end. Then you have that moment where you're like, okay, that is why he wanted me to do this thing that was so uncomfortable. But anywho, those are a couple experiences that I was reflecting on tonight, and it's good to think about those things because the bad stuff you can reflect and say, I'm so glad I'm not in that position anymore, and it can also motivate you to never want to be back in that position. But then also the things about addiction that didn't completely ruin my life or destroy me or make me feel like I've got issues, because it also caused me to, I don't know, be a beacon of light for other people struggling. It's done some good too. It's made me who I am, and I really love who I am right now. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next video.